Welcome back to Killing the Game. Hit the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel right now. Turn on the bell notifications. Some of the best fan channel reactions right here, right now. Plus, we're going to debate some of the opinions as well. So stick with us. Let's do it.
Clear it. No, 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 no.
I love Hassam. He's my brother, but I do love seeing him disappointed like this.
Oh, my God. After everything we just conceded from a throw-in.
Doesn't it hurt you? You notice it hurts more. You notice it hurts more when you're losing. You should be losing by 3 or 4. You manage to get back into the game. You think, wow, we've got away with it. Then you concede again straight away. There's something about that. I think it's because you've been given that little bit of Pandora has given you that little bit of hope. And it's just taken away straight away. Just like, get out of here. It's over. It's finished. It's a thing of beauty. It really, really is. Just take a look at this next one here, right? Hit that like and share button, by the way. Take a look.
Oh, no, 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 no. Crystal Lake.
I can't believe man's tapping his mate on the head. Oh, good boy. Good boy. It's okay.
Crystal Lake. Oh, no, 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 no.
Everyone at home watching, join in. In fairness, people, I get one big accusation that's always thrown at me in the fan channel communities. Terry doesn't like banter. That for me is very good, high quality banter. Exactly what you want to see.
Nice.
Word, these lot, nonsense, absolute nonsense. Sell the lot. Defenders, get rid.
That was so David Brent. Sell the lot. Defenders, get rid. If you've never watched The Office or David Brent, you won't understand it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Useless. Absolutely useless. And all of the directors are there. All the owners are there today. This is abysmal.
Let me be honest with you. The season has just taken a dark turn.
I agree with Eunice 1000% here. Looking at the reactions from Chelsea fans yesterday, at some of the denial, the amount of them that have gone for a swim in denial is crazy to me. I had a Chelsea fan come at me last night. It was like, how dare you blame our defending? We're brilliant defensively. It's just the red cards. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, well, I don't know how to explain this in a nicer way, but the reason you got the last 2 red cards is because defensively you had mishaps in them. Equally, as a team, you can't defend when it's 10v11. That's still an issue. Most teams, top teams throughout Premier League history, can become harder to beat when they go down to 10 men. It isn't always seen as this sort of this golden ticket that guarantees a victory, especially when you're at home already 1-0 up. And I do think there's a lot of Chelsea fans that have lost faith at some level, but I'd love to get your opinions on that in the comment section below.
Oh, off, man. Hey, yo, Matisse. I'm going yard, bro. Get my jacket, bro. Chat. Big man thing. It was love. Hopefully we do this another time. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. I'm going home, bro. I can't do this, bro. Genuinely, bro. I can't do this, bro. I'm going to start saying the wrong things on camera and that I don't. I'm trying to be a better person, bro. What the is that, bro? These cop homosexuals. No, these cop homosexuals.
Hey, let's get back. He's like, I'm going to leave. I don't want to do nothing wrong. I don't want to do nothing on the internet that I'm going to regret. I'm going to go home now. You know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, right? That's what he's saying. And then what?
Down home, bro. I can't do this, bro.
Wait for it.
Bro, genuinely, bro.
Genuinely wait for it.
Bro, I can't do this, bro. I'm going to start saying the wrong things on camera and that I don't. I'm trying to be a better person, bro. What the is that, bro? You copum sexuals. These copum sexuals. No, these copum sexuals. They need to hear this. You copum sexuals. You copum sexuals. Why is Duff not playing? Why is Trev not playing? So why today, bro? You copum sexuals. I swear down. I'm done.
Wait, I don't what is a cobham sexual? Can somebody tell me what that? I don't know what that actually means in reality. Okay. But yeah, that's some anger there. That's some frustration. I think that's why Eunice was right. I do think Chelsea fans went into the season with so much optimism. I thought they'd be much better than they have been. I still think they're collectively better than they've shown. I do think that overall. But 8 points from the first 6 games, back-to-back defeats, red cards, mismanagement, injury problems. You feel it already. Look, my club's in the mud. We'll get onto Man United later. I ain't pointing fingers here. Like, ha ha, look at you. We're brilliant. We're okay. Ha ha. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is I can see it in Chelsea fans, but I want your views. But the best thing about this was, right, I'm going to turn the sound off and play it again. You ever been to a nightclub and one of your boys says he wants to fight a bouncer, but he don't really? And so I'm gonna do him. Let me go, but don't really let me go. Let me go, but don't really let me go. Absolutely brilliant.
No, God, please, no. So average. Why are Chelsea so distinctly average? Why are Chelsea not winning games of football when we are so much better in terms of personnel than the opposition? And I think
are Chelsea better personnel than the opposition? We're going to come back to that in a minute.
It's a very simple answer. The manager is a loser. And I don't mean that in the emotional way. I don't mean it in an insulting way. I mean that the manager is a losing manager. He's a manager that loses games of football. He's a manager that doesn't win. You know those managers, there are managers that win, no matter what. They're pragmatic and they find a way to win. Jose Mourinho wins. Antonio Conte wins. Luis Enrique wins. Guardiola wins. Klopp wins. Slot wins. There are winning footballing managers. And then there are competitors. Then there are losers. And I just think that Enzo Maresca is proven to be in the latter quality. I just don't think that he is a truly great manager.
So look, I agree that he's not a truly great manager. I think that's a fair statement. But I think what Rory's doing here and some Chelsea fans are doing, we go back to the first point I made on this. I think I've done this too. I think we are over-egging the quality of this Chelsea squad. Now, before you start typing, I know some of you are typing right now to have a go at me. The midfield is as good as I think we all think it is. I think the midfield is very good. Palmer is very good. João Pedro is very good, to name a few. I think Cucurella and Reece James are as good as everybody thinks they are. They are brilliant players. But I don't believe Chelsea have a top-class centre-back. They have injury problems galore at centre-back, and that's consistent. None of their goalkeepers are of the level. None of the goalkeepers are in that top echelon. They're just not. And that lets you down as well. And I think that it's fair to criticize Maresca. For instance, I said during the week, I don't think Maresca is the biggest problem at Chelsea. And I stand on that. I don't think Maresca is the biggest issue. I don't think Maresca is such a bad manager that you've only won 8 points from the opening six games. I don't think it is, especially the last 2 games. The last 2 games, yes, you can look at the substitutions against Man United and said it was cowardly, but the mistakes, the way the players started, the way the players equipped themselves, the Brighton game, even less so on the manager. You're cruising. Bad back pass, Chalobah panics, gets himself sent off. Where I would go at the manager is say, what drills are you doing on 10 versus 11? You are meant to become a harder team to beat. Stand on that wholeheartedly. So it's very hard to have these conversations in the modern. We'll probably get onto that later with Man United because supposedly I've been called out and we'll get onto that. But everything is so polarizing now and matter of fact, and there's no nuance. And I just think football fans are frustrated by this in the sense of Maresca's making mistakes and definitely doesn't sit in the great manager category right now. But the idea that you replace him with a better manager and you solve all these in-game problems, I think is as mythological as a flying unicorn. If Chelsea had a better manager, would they maybe have 10 points? Would they maybe have 12 points right now? Yes. Would they still be making these mistakes, stopping them from actually fulfilling their overall potential and getting to the level they truly all seek? No. Because they still need a better keeper. They still need better centre-backs. They still probably need more quality in the attacking line. And I don't think we should be ignoring these things just because a manager has made mistakes. Chelsea fans, there was a time where, yeah, your manager was the issue because your squad was world-class. You had one of the best cores in the world. You were consistently winning. And you could see it was the coach weren't good enough. A new guy would come in, bang, straight back to the top. That isn't where your squad is anymore. By the way, to everyone who's still typing angrily that maybe pause this, hopefully you get to this stage, it doesn't mean Maresca shouldn't be criticised. It doesn't mean he hasn't made mistakes. But I think a balanced conversation is needed here. I'd love to get your views. I'd love to get your opinions on that in the comment section below.
Oh my God!
Goal! Well, that's all on Delo. If that's a goal, that's all on Delo. Idiot. Absolute twat pass. I think he looks offside to me, but I haven't seen the replay, so I can't tell you. But that all comes down to Delo. What the bloody hell are they even doing?
Do you know what's really interesting? I'm going to speak Amarim later in this video, so don't run away. Don't cry, please, in the comment section. I didn't even think about Delo's pass during the game. I was more focused on Maguire's mistake, and Maguire's mistake is still very protruding. But it was a very simple pass from Delo to play Cunha through. Undercooks a pass. Foul not given on Cunha. They score a couple of seconds later. The individual player mistakes at Manchester United are massive. Now, some, just like Rory Jennings' point, I agree that the manager's got to go. I don't think the manager can turn this round. I've been highly critical of him throughout the course of the summer and beginning of this season. I wanted him to be given some time to see what he could do, which is my personal preference. But I've always felt he should be criticised. I've always criticised him. But I won't ever stop focusing on the lack of quality in some of these players. We can't. The next clip shows this as well.
What is this keeper doing? It's bloody Onana in disguise! It's bloody Onana in disguise!
What's he doing?
What is he doing? Why is he palming it to the striker? Oh my Christ! What an idiot!
My Christ.
What an idiot in goal! What is he doing? What is he doing? We're 2-0 down to Brentford. I can't believe what this goalkeeper's doing. He's palming it to the striker.
Again, I didn't really blame Bayandera in the game. I watched Match of the Day last night because I wanted to watch everything back, and it was bad. And I don't know what he's charging around his room for. But the players, again, just yesterday, so many individual mistakes. Now, is it plausible that if there's a better system and a better coach, the players make less mistakes? Yes, I think that is definitely plausible. But I can't lie to you. Some of the individual errors yesterday from Maguire, Delo. Go back and just Google now, Delo, for the second goal. Go on to X, sorry, and put in Delo's name and watch what he does when the ball's knocked long. Yes, the lick's caught underneath it out of position. Awful. But Delo's with Shada. Instead of staying with Shada, so he's there for the flick on to intercept it, Delo runs into the middle. Now, again, that could be instruction. Very open-minded to that. That could be the manager says, when the ball goes long, Delo, you go into the midfield. Could be the instruction. But it is crazy.
Oh!
This. What are we watching? I don't recognize us. 8 months of this absolute dross. But we're here told to be positive. We're here told to be looking at the XG.
Now I get why some of you sent it to me. He said, I think he's taking a dig at you. Listen, I don't think Saeed's taking a dig at me personally. I don't think that Saeed's taking a shot at me personally. There's no issues like that. I want to address that, first of all, to anyone in the community that thinks it. Am I someone that spoke about the good XG this year, though? Yes. And I'll just get this one out of the way because I want to listen to the rest of this. But for me, I'm not going to undo or reword or take back any of my previous post-game reactions. in the games where we created great goal scoring opportunities, had gilt-edged chances, had penalties to take the lead, or created the openings where a better final pass would have created a tap in or a great goal scoring opportunity. Am I going to take that back and say, I remove all of that criticism of the players because the manager's doing a bad job? No, I'm going to remain balanced. I'm going to remain consistent in that. The XG's been good. Working the ball into the opponent's box in most games this season's been good. It wasn't yesterday, by the way. It was awful against Brentford. In fact, nearly all of our XG came from those 3 shots that Šeško took when he scored the 3rd one. So don't be, again, you have to always analyze these things. But that doesn't mean in the Burnley game, doesn't mean the City game, doesn't mean, especially in the Fulham game in the first half, it doesn't mean those chances we created are now null and void, and the players that missed them or made the mistake with the final ball get a clean slate because the manager's done a bad job. I think you've just got to criticize both personally. So I just wanted to address that at the beginning because I don't think this was a dig at myself at all.
Manchester United Football Club have come to the...
Also, I just want to also say, I was thinking this earlier and I wanted to say it. I am not arrogant enough or pig-headed enough to think that Saeed's doing a match reaction about Man United and he's thinking about me. So to anyone out there that's kind of pushing this, shut it down. It ain't an issue. It ain't a beef. It ain't a thing. 1000%.
It's lows. I can't even predict here a Man United win. I can't even go back to back. We can't even do a 2-team challenge. 2 games. That's all I ask for. But yet this football club is allergic to winning 2 games, bro. Manchester United Football Club, we have risen to new lows.
We all say things when we're angry. We've risen to new lows.
Every single one of them today, yeah, disgrace, bro. Barring Šeško, every single one of them, disgrace.
That's why I respect what Saeed's saying here. I assume he's going to go in on the manager in a minute. But have you noticed that blame on the players as well? Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Well done, Saeed.
Manager clueless.
I agree.
We are here now, 8 months into this process here. We don't know the style of players. We don't know the formation. We don't know nothing.
Well, we do know the style of play and formation. I mean, that's maybe the issue here. We all know it too well. So do our opponents. And look, the manager yesterday was clueless. He had no idea on how to counteract what Brentford were doing. And that's where I don't blame the players. I think that when he took off Shaw, for instance, and brought on, I want to say Mount, it was somebody he brought on. He brought more of an attack-minded player for a defender. Go to 4 at the back, try and change the shape slightly, try and do something different. And I want to address something. That type of adaptation is different from adapting to the players permanently. Having these moments where you go, do you know what, today we're going to do something slightly different. In-game, we're going to confuse them a little bit. Rocky Balboa in Rocky 2, when he comes out and he fights orthodox, not southpaw, helps him win the fight. Rocky 3, Clubber Lang comes out in the second fight after training with Apollo, and he's suddenly boxing, not being a slugger. Throws Clubber Lang, doesn't know what to do. Sometimes you need to do this. And that criticism of the manager is 100% right. I wanted him to be given pre-season. That was my view, my opinion. I wanted to see what would happen. It hasn't worked. Unfortunately, not for my opinion or his opinion or her opinion, unfortunately for the only important thing here, which is Manchester United, it hasn't worked. That all being said, I'm not going to be gaslit and forced into pretending that these players are not also a massive issue as well.
Oh! Oh, my sake, Vicario, man, for sake! These man scored 0 goals, 0 wins, 0 everything, and we had to be the ones. It had to be us, blood. It had to be us. It's always us.
It had to be you.
It's always
wonderful
us.
you.
It's always Tottenham, blood.
The voice is gone.
Why?
Where's his voice gone?
We can't help ourselves. We can't help it. He just pushed it, you idiot. Hold it. Hold it. You didn't have to push. You're an idiot, Vicario.
You know what? X is right, though. we mentioned goalkeepers earlier, who was Sanchez earlier, and he Bayandér's mistake. You got Vicario here. The difference between a top-class goalkeeper, a world-class goalkeeper, and a bang average one, the difference they make for you is it's not coincidence, in my humble opinion, that the best 3 teams in England have the best 3 goalkeepers in the Premier League. Arsenal, Liverpool, City. There's something in that. You need it. It's that goal probably doesn't come. It makes the second half easier. They end up getting a late goal. They would have won the game yesterday if Vicario could have just caught and held on to that ball. Love it when X loses it, though. It's absolutely brilliant content. Make sure you go and check out all these channels: United Stand, Expressions, Oozing, Saeed TV, got Eunice's channel, of course, Don Hussam, and all the others. Make sure you're subscribing. Go find them. Go get that done, please. Really important to support the fan channel community. Everybody take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Peace.